Hello, curious minds, and welcome back to Top Tech Gossip with Sana. I'm your host, Sana, and today's episode is taking a deep dive into how large language models, or LLMs, are quietly but profoundly transforming the way businesses operate. From automating workflows to enhancing customer support to even reshaping how decisions are made, the impact is only growing. And who better to walk us through it than our go-to AI expert, Sam, technical lead for AI/ML at 𝗀𝗃 Future. Sam, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Sana. Always excited to be here. And you're right. LLMs in the enterprise aren't just a nice to have anymore. They're becoming core infrastructure like databases or cloud platforms. Companies that understand how to harness them thoughtfully are going to leap ahead, while others risk falling behind very quickly.
Exactly. When I talk to business leaders, a lot of them are excited about AI, but also a little overwhelmed. There's so much hype around LLMs that it's hard to separate real value from flashy demos. So maybe let's start at the ground level. Where are you seeing LLMs have the biggest real-world impact inside businesses today?
Great place to start. Right now, I'd say there are three major areas. First is customer experience. LLMs power chatbots, virtual agents, and email automation that's way more natural and effective than the old-school scripted bots. Second is internal knowledge management. Companies are using LLMs to search across documentation, SOPs, contracts, and internal reports with conversational queries, saving teams hours of digging. And third is content generation. Things like drafting marketing copy, summarizing meeting notes, or even preparing legal briefs. The key is that LLMs aren't replacing people. They're amplifying what skilled employees can do, letting them move faster and focus on higher value work.
That's such an important point. It's not about replacing employees, it's about giving them a serious upgrade. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? What are some of the common pitfalls you see when companies try to roll out LLMs?
Absolutely. One big mistake is underestimating the importance of fine-tuning and context. You can't just drop a generic model into a business and expect magic. It needs to understand the company's terminology, policies, workflows, and even the tone the brand wants to project. Another pitfall is poor governance. If you don't set clear rules around how outputs are validated, how sensitive data is handled, and who's accountable for decisions influenced by AI, you can land in hot water fast. At 𝗀𝗃 Future, we always emphasize a human-in-the-loop designs, AI assists, but critical judgment stays with people.
That makes so much sense. So you're not just plugging in ChatGPT and walking away. There's a real art and a science to doing this right. Let's get a little tactical. What advice would you give a company that's just starting out with LLMs? How do they avoid getting overwhelmed?
First, start small and specific. Pick one or two high-friction processes where better information access or faster drafting could make a big difference. Maybe it's customer support, email triage. Maybe it's helping sales reps prep for meetings. Don't try to AIify everything at once. Second, invest in prompt engineering. How you frame questions and tasks for the model makes a huge difference. And third, build a feedback loop early. Track where the model excels, where it stumbles, and keep refining based on real-world use. AI isn't a set-it-and-forget-it tool. It's more like hiring a brilliant but slightly eccentric intern. You have to mentor it.
That's a brilliant analogy. You wouldn't just unleash a new intern without supervision and hope for the best. You'd coach them, guide them, and course correct when needed. All right, let's talk about the future. How do you see LLMs evolving inside enterprises over the next few years?
I think we're heading toward much deeper integration. Right now, LLMs often sit as standalone tools, something you go to when you need help drafting or searching. But soon, they'll be woven directly into core business systems. Your CRM, your ERP, your project management tools. They'll proactively suggest actions, generate reports, flag risks, almost acting like a second brain for every employee. And with advances like retrieval augmented generation, RAG, and on-premises fine-tuning, companies will have much tighter control over the knowledge and behavior of their AI systems. It's going to be a huge competitive advantage, but only for those who invest early and thoughtfully.
That's so exciting and honestly a little daunting. But I love the idea that with the right mindset, companies can turn LLMs into true force multipliers. Sam, thank you for another incredible deep dive. You always make these massive topics feel understandable and actionable.
Thank you, Sana. Always a pleasure to unpack the future with you.
And to our listeners, if today's episode sparked new ideas for how AI could transform your work, share this conversation with your team. This has been Top Tech Gossip with Sana. Stay sharp, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.